that turn in the season when it's time to start thinking about your Christmas brewing.
Here I am where the movie started, facing at a photo they've taken. Space tree flying through the skies and battles happen everywhere.
I'm quite looking forward to getting this next kit on. It's another festival kit again, getting into autumn, Christmas time for these to be sort of ready now. So this one is full of cinnamon spice, all things nice, including a bit of kind of mulled wine and Christmas pudding on the tasting notes. It's again a festival kit who, their kits are really great. You've got 2 can kits, about 3.5 kilos of fermentables, 3.5 kilos of fermentables in there. I'll be brewing short, again just bump up the ABV a little bit, add a little bit of extra body. But I think all in, they say this should come in at around about 6%, so that'd be a perfect winter warmer. But yes, really looking forward to tasting this one and having it ready for Christmas. So we have got instructions, as always. We've got some Belgium ale yeast that should produce some nice esters in there. We have some priming sugar for your bottles, but I'm going to be kegging, so not going to need that. We have 1/2 kilo of sugar addition, and not one, but 2 big old 3 kilo pouches of Belgium spiced dark ale with a bit of barley in there. All in all, that's 3.5 kilos of fermentables. What I'm also going to do is we've got an extra 100 grams of priming sugar, so I'm just going to drop that in as well because, just saves keeping it knocking around really. But yeah, let's crack on and get a bit of brewing done. These kits are pretty bomb-proof, really. Nice and easy to do, everything all included, and you get a pretty damn good product at the end of it. If you're thinking about getting into your first kit, definitely recommend a festival ale kit. So we're just going to let those sit in there for 5 minutes, just to help loosen up the liquid malt extract. As always, everything's been cleaned and sterilised to within an inch of anything living's life. So fermenters all sorted and ready to go. We've just got the liquid malt extract pouches in a bit of hot water. Going to leave them for about 5 minutes just to kind of soften up, just to make it a little bit easier to get out. And then, yeah, basically it's chucking everything in and topping that water up. Just be careful when you're doing this to get that last of the extract out. They do conduct the heat massively well, but at the same time you don't want to be leaving any kind of fermentables in the bags. Of course, I do think the tins are a little bit better for this sort of stuff and more recyclable as well, which is always a win. And that is pretty much done, I'd say. We're going to give that a good stir just to make sure the malt's nice and dissolved in there. And things at this stage, you don't need to worry too much about getting oxygen in there. That's actually a really good thing. So just gives the yeast plenty to kind of feed off. So just nice good stir, make sure that malt's all dissolved. And then we're going to go in with the brewing sugar. We're going in with 500 grams of dextrose, which just comes as part of the kit. And then because I'm going to be kegging, I'm just going to bob another 100 grams of priming sugar in there that comes with it. And then just really need to get that all dissolved. Again, as I say, good stir, oxidise it plenty, just to give the yeast plenty to sort of feed off. Once that's all dissolved, you want to be topping up to around about 18 litres. So the temperature I'm aiming for this one is around about 20 degrees. Grainfather's awesome for that sort of stuff because you've got a digital thermometer on there, so you can just monitor that as you go. Nicely at the 18 litre mark now. Just a little bit above, like temperature wise, where we want to be. We're at 28. So I'll probably pitch this at around about 25, and then just set the grainfather just to kind of keep it at a steady 20ish throughout the ferment. I have to say that liquid malt extract smells like Christmas. I'm really looking forward to that one. So everything's all in there, just waiting for that to drop to temperature slightly, just so I can pitch the yeast. In the meantime, I've got the tilt calibrated. I'm just going to give that a quick blast with Star Sand just to sanitise that. That's going to get dropped in. I'm going to get everything plugged into the Grainfather app and set it up so it's kind of a managed ferment throughout the duration. And then yeah, ready to go. So just get the lid bubbler sterilised, get all that put on there, wait for it to come down to temp, pitch the yeast, and just leave it to kind of do its thing and keep an eye on what it's doing really. But I've got to say, it smells very promising right now. So the yeast is all pitched. Starting gravity or original gravity, we're looking at around 1044 on it, which is massively low, given the I think it's only going to ferment down to about 1016. All in, that's going to come in at around about 4% beer, which is fine, but it is quite a bit lower than the 6.5%. Another reason why I kind of tend to brew a little bit short on kit brews, just to kind of get those extra ABV points out of it. But yeah, so as I say, yeast all pitched, and just kind of leave it to work its magic while I took into some of this tasty turbo cider. See you soon. 4 weeks on from getting the spiced winter ale on the go, and it's finished up at 1.007, so that gives just shy of 5.4% on the booziness on that, which is probably going to be kind of perfect for this type of ale. To get the final bit out of the yeast and get as much of the sugar used up as possible, I just ramp the temperature up a degree every 24 hours over the course of kind of 5 days. So that took it from around about 20 degrees up to the kind of maximum yeast tolerance of around 25. That also helps clean up any kind of off flavours, and then I've just basically shut the temperature control off, and it's been pretty cold in here just lately, so hopefully some of the sediment of will have actually kind of settled out there. So the only thing left to do now is get this kegged, get it carved up, and leave it for a couple of weeks and give it a cheeky little taste test. As always at this point, everything has been thoroughly cleaned and sanitised that's going to be touching or coming into contact with the beer in any way. It's also massively important that you kind of limit any oxygen getting into your brew at this time as well. So the siphoning tube is right at the bottom of the keg, so that can just kind of fill up slowly, and then it's just a waiting game really. That's the important stuff all done. Now just the boring cleaning up stuff to get sorted, and then let's get another brew on. If you are kegging, it's always worthwhile when you're first injecting the kind of gas in there, just to give it a quick spray of Star San after you've seated it, just to make sure that that's properly got a airtight seal in there, and then just purge the keg a few times just by pulling on the ring, just kind of hopefully get all the residual oxygen out there. And yeah, that's it for a couple of weeks. Just leave that to carb up slowly, and hopefully all should be good. This one came in just shy of 5.5%. I think it was about 5.4%, something like that. So not a bad sessiony sort of beer. And the colour of that is just absolutely beautiful. There's a nice level of carbonation in there as well. You really get the sort of ginger and mulled wine spices really kind of coming through on there, and a little bit of clove. That tastes really good actually. It's definitely more of a Christmassy sort of beer. But it's basically kind of mulled wine, cloves, the kind of gingery, bready type sort of flavours coming through there. So I'm pretty impressed with that. But as I say, to be fair, festival kits you generally can't go wrong. The premium kits, you've got the 3 kilos of liquid malt extract in there, and overall, they do usually come a little bit short upon the ABV, but by kind of brewing them short, it just adds that extra little bit of body and booze into there. But yeah, that's definitely one that's worth sticking on the Christmas list for the winter boozers. So I'm going to finish this, and I'll see you guys next time.